My name is Sergeant First Class Brian Yantz with the Montana Army National Guard. Because physical fitness is such an imperative aspect of a soldier's ability to serve the state of Montana and our country in a time of need, an Army National Guard soldier must be physically and mentally fit. Not only is physical fitness for a soldier essential to the Army National Guard, but it also allows them to have a more enjoyable and productive life. Proper exercise programs enhance a person's quality of life, improves productivity, and makes positive mental and physical changes. And that is why the Army Combat Fitness Test is the perfect opportunity for you to find out if you have what it takes to be a part of our team.
I'm Sergeant First Class Olson, a Master Fitness Trainer with the Montana Guard. The purpose of this video is to help highlight the Army's new Combat Fitness Test and to help you train for it in your own home. The Army Combat Fitness Test is comprised of 6 events. The first event is the 3 repetition maximum deadlift. The next is the standing power throw. Third is the hand release push-up. Fourth, the sprint drag carry. Fifth, the leg tuck. And the last event is the 2-mile run. Today I'm going to show you 2 auxiliary exercises for each event that will help you prepare for the Army Combat Fitness Test. For today's exercises, we're going to be using free weights. We can use dumbbells, we can use kettlebells, or if you don't have either of these, you can use anything that you can safely grab onto and lift over your head, such as an empty milk jug container full of rocks or water. Oh, and remember to drink plenty of water while exercising. It's important to stay hydrated. The first exercise we're going to do is the sumo squat. With the sumo squat, I've chosen the kettlebell as opposed to the dumbbell. What you want to do is put your feet just outside of shoulder width apart, so your heels are right at shoulder width, and then you're going to cant your toes out to approximately a 45-degree angle. From here, with a nice upright back, you're going to bend down and squat, and you're going to grasp the kettlebell with a pronated grip closed around the top, and then from here you're just going to lift up, extending at the knees and the hips until you reach that full upright position. And then to come back down, again maintaining resistance all the way down until that kettlebell touches, and repeat. And from here, your target's going to be about 10 repetitions, but once you work your weight up to 1/3 of your body weight, you can drop those repetitions down as you see fit, because overall we're building strength, so 8 repetitions is plenty. 3 sets of 8. All the way down and all the way up. All right, the second auxiliary exercise for the 3 repetition maximum deadlift is the weighted forward lunge. I'll demonstrate the form that we need. So what you're doing is you're just stepping forward all the way down. Your knee can touch, but it doesn't have to. And you want whatever your lead knee is going to be, it needs to be directly above that toe. You don't want it all the way forward. That's bad form and you could hurt your knee. Step back up and back down. So the muscle groups that we're targeting are the quadriceps and the hamstrings and the glutes. Okay? And if you can't use weights, just doing it like this will build muscle, but we want to move into weights to help build that strength. Okay, with the weights, it's the same thing. You step forward far enough that your knee does not go in front of your toe. The weights don't have to touch, and neither does your knee. You can come down and almost touch, if that's comfortable for you. And our target repetitions are going to be 8 to 10 with 3 sets, because we're building strength. The first auxiliary exercise for the standing power throw is going to be the straight leg deadlift. Again, we're using free weights. I drop my weight because doing this exercise, you want to really be careful with how much weight you use. If you're a beginner, you definitely don't want to start out with weighted, but once you work into it, you can build that muscle, and then you can start using some weights. So what you're doing is you're keeping your feet completely together. When you bend, you want to keep a nice straight back. They call it flat back. You do not want to lock your knees. You want to have a slight bend in your knees. And then you're going to lower the weight all the way down. If you want to start out with no weights, you can just touch the ground and come back up. Again, all the way down. If you're flexible, you can touch the ground and come back up. With the weights, it'll look like this. Nice flat back. You're going to reach down, touch those kettlebells, and come back up. Again, the muscle groups we're targeting are your lower back to help you with your explosive power during the standing power throw. All the way down and all the way up. And remember, for this exercise, if you're a beginner, you don't want to use any weights at all to start with. But once you build that muscular strength, you can use weighted repetitions. And our target is going to be from 5 to 8 repetitions for this exercise. The second auxiliary exercise for the standing power throw is the overhead push press. I'm starting here. I've got 2 dumbbells. My palms are facing towards me. I'm going to start by extending my arms upwards and rotating my palms out away from me until my elbows fully lock. And then bring them down, and that will complete the repetition once your palms face in towards you. Again, you shoot up for 1 repetition, all the way to the top, and then come down. And it is an explosive movement, so when you shoot up, you want to shoot up quick, and on the way down, if that weight's coming down too fast, you can absorb a little of that with your legs. We're isolating the anterior deltoid, which is the front of the shoulder for this exercise. So the less you bounce, the better. We're doing 3 sets of 5 repetitions for this exercise. All the way up, all the way down. The first auxiliary exercise for the hand release push-up is the supine chest press. You get into position here. I'm using dumbbells for this exercise. You start by bringing your elbows in tight to your torso, and you can rest the dumbbells up on your shoulders. This exercise measures the anterior deltoids, which is the front of the shoulder, and the back of the arm, the tricep muscles. We start by extending all the way up, and then bring them all the way back down. And you can rest the weights onto the shoulders. The hand release push-up is a muscular endurance exercise. So we'll need to up our repetitions to 15 to 20, still keeping 3 sets. Up, down. The second auxiliary exercise for the hand release push-up is the medium plank. To get into a good position, you want your elbows to be directly under your shoulder, and you want your upper arm to be vertical. You want your body generally straight from your shoulders all the way down to your heels, and you want your feet close together. This exercise is a core exercise. We're using our body weight for this exercise, so it's not measured in repetitions, but it's measured in time. When you start, you want to shoot for 3 sets of 1 minute apiece, and then your target is going to be 3 sets at 2 minutes apiece. The first auxiliary exercise for the sprint drag carry is the bent over row. For this exercise, I'm using dumbbells. To get into position, place your feet shoulder width apart, and you want to bend your knees slightly, squat down a little bit, and you'll lean forward at your waist, maintaining a nice straight back. To begin, lift the weight up and keep your elbows in tight to your body. Lift your elbows up all the way as high as you can and lower the weights back down, and that makes 1 repetition. Up, down. For this exercise, you want to do 3 sets at 10 repetitions. And this exercise is going to strengthen your upper back, and your shoulders. The second auxiliary exercise for the sprint drag carry is the weighted shrug. I'm using kettlebells for this exercise. My feet are shoulder width apart, and I'm tilted forward slightly at the waist, just so the weight's hanging in front of me. I will begin by shrugging my shoulders up, all the way to the top, and then lowering the weight back down. Lift up, and then back down. This exercise strengthens the trapezius muscles, and your target repetitions are 3 sets of 10 for this exercise. The first auxiliary exercise for the leg tuck event is the tuck jump. The tuck jump strengthens the hip flexor muscles, the lower abdomen, as well as the legs. To start the tuck jump, you want your feet shoulder width apart, you'll bend down slightly, and you'll extend your arms back behind you. To begin jumping upwards, you bring your arms forward, using that momentum upwards, and you'll want to tuck your knees all the way up as high as you can to your chest. On the way down, you'll try to absorb that weight and bend your knees slightly for the landing. I'll demonstrate 3 in a row for you. If you don't want to put your arms out to the side and you're more comfortable touching the tops of your knees, you can do that as well. It'll look like this. Your target for beginners is 3 sets of 10 repetitions, and your goal is 3 sets at 20 repetitions. The second auxiliary exercise for the leg tuck event is the weighted high crunch. The weighted high crunch strengthens your upper abdomen. To begin this exercise, lay down flat on your back where your shoulder blades are touching the ground. Grasp your weights. I'm using dumbbells for this exercise. You'll place the dumbbells directly above your head, and all you're doing is a regular crunch, but you're going to try to reach up as high as you can up in the air. You want to keep the weights up above your head at all times. Down, shoulder blades touch, reach all the way up, and you don't want to reach up so far that your back comes off the ground. Again, up and down. The target repetitions for this exercise is 3 sets of 10, and you can increase weight as needed. I brought you outside for the final event in the Army Combat Fitness Test, the 2-mile run. My favorite way to train for this event is to come outside and go running. However, there are other options available to you in your own home. Your elliptical, treadmill, or your favorite fitness DVD. As long as you're elevating that heart rate for 15 to 20 minutes, you'll build that cardiovascular endurance needed to perform well on the 2-mile run. I hope you found this video useful. Please leave any suggestions in the comments below. Thank you. It's time for me to go run.
I hope you found Sergeant Olson's video useful in helping you achieve your fitness goals. The Montana Army National Guard is partnering with the YMCA in Helena to make the Army National Guard Army Combat Fitness Test available to the public to test your fitness levels. Hope to see you at one of our partnered events so you can see if you have what it takes to be a part of your Montana Army National Guard. To find out how serving part-time in the Montana Army National Guard can not only benefit your fitness goals, but also your financial, educational, and career goals, click the link below.